some of the things that we need to be careful when we are giving, simply don't expect any returns. Don't expect your name to be put on the bulletin or published for everyone to see, written on the gifts or put it on the wall. Those are all the expectations sometimes we have. We always say, don't get upset if your name is not called out during the vote of thanks. And we know, because we get very upset. I know some people get very upset when the name is not called out during a vote of thanks. Sometimes there's expectation that the person whom you have helped should be grateful to you or indebted to you all their lives. And that is again expectation which is kind of twisted. It's more blessed to give than to receive, says the Bible. So the blessing is purely in giving. And if you're expecting return, then it kind of becomes a transaction. Some of the misconceptions really trouble me. As I mentioned, Indian society is a very giving society. Starting looking at the example I gave about people sharing food in the train, they will not eat until they give it to everybody. When I was young, we used to give food, my mother used to give food to the beggar, and I was very happy that we are giving food to the beggar on a daily basis. When we give food to the beggar, what I've realized is that we give the leftovers. We don't cook for the beggar and give. That becomes giving. But in Christian giving, it is important that we don't give leftovers, but we give something that we prepare, that we get it ready to give out to people. Now, giving old clothes, there's nothing wrong in giving old clothes. But I think that is only getting rid of what we don't need. Giving old clothes is getting rid of what we don't need. And it's not Christian giving. For me, we must try to give new clothes. Now, why am I saying new clothes? Bible talks about if you have one shirt, give it to the other person. And that is very important, because what we teach at home, what our children are learning, are some of the principles that are very important here. Because if we keep giving old stuff which we don't need, children also do the same thing. But what happens is, when Christ was given to us, when the Father sacrificed his Son on the cross, he gave the best. And that is why I encourage people to give new clothes or new things, because let's face the reality, let's be honest, no one likes hand-me-downs. But I'm not saying it's wrong to give old stuff. I mean, it's true, but I'm just saying that when you give in the name of Christ, please make sure that you're giving the best. One of the things that I was always encouraged when offering back comes your way, you are giving it to God, so try to give the highest denomination note, put it in the bag, because you want to give the best. But I think the fear comes because there's always this thing about, what if people take advantage of you? People take advantage of your kindness. And many do not give fearing that the receiver will take advantage of him. We do not lend because of the fear of being cheated, and which happened to me. I'm sure it happened to you. It happens to everybody. But if someone cheats you and takes advantage of you, that's actually not your problem, because the person who's accountable to God is him, or the other person who's cheated me. But what am I accountable to God for? I'm accountable to God for the call to give, or the call to be generous. So we need to understand where we stand. We are accountable to God for what we are called to do, that is, give generously. And if somebody has cheated you, that person is accountable to God and not me.